Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Miss Sharon. And welcome again to another episode of the Love Wins Live Forum. I'm Rana Capili Bonifacio, Editor-in-Chief of Inspirations.ph. And of course, Miss Sharon Fabian is with me, Managing Director of Teams and Meetings. I love your red top today.
Yes. Good morning, Rona. Oo, para medyo tayo, bright and visible and in love. Tama-tama sa
Yes,
theme natin ngayon.
yes,
Oo. It's so a positive development kasi it's no longer MECQ. It's now GCQ again.
mm-hmm.
So yung mga plans that were put on pause again for the last 2 weeks, especially sa industry natin, no, the wedding industry, couples are starting to plan again.
Mm.
And kaya nag-read ako kasi yung topic natin, no, yung engaged couples. Okay, so
Oo.
we've talked to suppliers on how they are navigating their way through this pandemic. And
Mm-hmm.
then we've talked to married couples like you, no? Anong nangyayari sa mga newlyweds, married for 9, 10 years,
Yes.
and those that have been married for a long time during this pandemic. But now we will be interviewing a couple who got caught, whose wedding planning got caught in the pandemic. Oo.
Yes.
Oo, actually itong guest natin, Rona, it's not just the pandemic because as I understand, their original venue was supposed to be in Tagaytay.
Mm-hmm.
So right after they booked the venue, the Taal volcano erupted. So ang challenge nila, it was the Taal eruption and then a pandemic, di ba? Things that they did not imagine ever happening
Yes.
while they're planning their wedding. So, interesting and exciting because I'm sure we have a lot of couples out there
Mm-hmm.
who might not have exactly the same situation, but they're also going through yung process na sometimes hindi madali. Okay.
Yes.
And we also have a marriage counselor, a trained
Mm-hmm.
counselor to share his insights and validate tama ba 'tong mga tama ba 'tong emotions na 'to? I mean, but I think there's no right and wrong, but
Yeah. But maybe how to cope because it's
how
been
to cope.
crazy.
Yes, it's crazy. Kung tayo nga 'no, na ordinary ordinary citizens, I mean
Wala
hindi
tayong
necessary.
wedding na gagawin.
Walang wedding na gagawin. Tapos na mga once in a lifetime events natin. It has been very crazy.
Yeah.
The last 5 months, 'di ba?
Mm.
So I think mas matindi ang challenge for this couples out there who are trying to get married. Trying na nga yung term
Yes,
ko kasi
trying.
really trying to get married because you don't know, 'di ba? Parang GCQ, okay, so medyo na relax, tapos biglang MECQ, okay, so ito ba ang state natin? So we don't know because at first we thought this was just going to be a 2 week lockdown.
Yeah.
Remember when this
Yes.
happened
When
in
we
March?
started.
When it started, we just thought we'll be in a 2 week lockdown and then we'll probably go back to mostly, most of the time, um, normal yung yung buhay. Pero hindi pala ganun ang nangyari. So, yun. Interesting ang ating topic this morning.
Yes,
Yeah.
but before that, I think there's a class that we want to talk about and share. I'm so excited to hear about this because the one who's holding this has guested twice already at the Love Wins Live Forum, and he's my newfound friend. Ang dami ko ng bagong friends, but I've only met them via live stream.
Yes.
I haven't met them physically. So Teddy Manuel is doing an online masterclass. Tama, Miss Sharon?
Yes, that's right. It's an annual event. He does this every year. Unfortunately, he will have it again this year. So it's really good to know na hindi mapapatlangan. He's going to have it on August 30 and 31. So ito po
Mhm.
yung annual masterclass ni Teddy. Although yung physical fellowship will not be possible at this time, he will be going online. So it's an online masterclass. And for those of you who would still want to join, for those who would like to learn a new skill, di ba? May mga ganun, Rona, during the
Yes.
pandemic, they try to learn new skills. So every month may bagong skills. So this is good for you if you have a knack for decorating or yung mga DIY stuff. This is a class that I would recommend for you. And for those who all have skills already, yung basic skills ng, ng decorating and you'd like to enhance it,
Mm-hmm.
this is the online class for you. Promise, hindi po kayo magsisisi at sulit na sulit to. And you can go to the Facebook page and website of Teddy Manuel to check out yung reviews about his classes and the feedback of those who have attended it in the previous year. So if you have any questions or you'd like to sign up, just email teddymanuelexperience@gmail.com. So that's August 30 to 31. And Teddy has been very helpful. Friend yan ng Love Wins Live Forum.
Yes.
Oo, very generous siya sa mga tips niya. And anytime na kailangan namin ng advice, isang tawag lang siya. Yan. So, Teddy, we wish you well and congratulations in advance because we know that like your previous years, this will be a success and breakthrough ito because I think this is the first local. Teddy has been doing yung mga maliliit na one-on-one online classes, but this is the bigger version. So, milestone din ito sa wedding industry. So, congratulations, Teddy, and we really wish you well dito sa class mo.
Yes. So, like we mentioned earlier, now we're going to be talking to an engaged couple. And I've spoken to so many, and I feel like I think if I could say, like, baka kaya if you're watching now, no, on the comments, raise your hand if your wedding has been thrown off by, number one, taal. Dami magko-comment dyan. Or raise your hand if your wedding has been thrown off by the pandemic. Or kung bingo kayo, and like this couple, na it was thrown off by taal and the pandemic. Okay? Ang dami nyo, I'm sure, na makakwento sa amin. And we're checking in today with Miko Raval and Kaira Dimatulac, who have been engaged since December 2012. And we
So
learned that
they've been a couple since 2012 together, yeah.
But they were
So
engaged last year.
December
December
2019.
2019. Yes, tama.
Yeah.
Kundi ang tagal na pala nilang engaged.
College sweetheart sila.
College sweetheart.
Yes, and then si Miko proposed last December. I think this is last part of December in South Korea. And I think that time we were also because they're friends with my daughter. Kaira is friends with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So we were in South Korea at that time also. So winter proposal ang nangyari. And I think nag-viral itong proposal na to. Okay, so they were
their engagement was I suppose their anniversary kung December 2012 pa sila or something, no? Baka it's close.
Baka tanungin natin mamaya.
Yes. And they are business partners also. They are entrepreneurs in the garment business. So apart from their wedding, the challenge of getting married and throwing their wedding, I'm sure there's also the added stress of course their business and navigating the business during this time. So we'd like to call in this morning Miko and Kaira. Hello.
Good morning, everyone.
Ayan, good morning. Diba, Rona, they're a very good-looking couple, no?
Yes.
Ang gaganda. Diba, masasabi ko, ng mga batang ito, I should stop saying that. Kasi dead giveaway siya ng era ko.
How have you been the past couple of days? Have you been good?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been good. Busy naman sa work. So that's good naman. That's something's keeping us busy despite na may pandemic. At least yung namin hindi kami na babaliw na nasa bahay lang kami.
Right. Yes. So we're gonna talk about that, no? We're gonna talk about how things have been for you guys and your business, your wedding, and I know all the soon-to-wed couples who are watching today are going to feel They're gonna feel some sort of relief knowing na hindi lang pala ako yung nahihirapan, hindi lang pala ako yung nababaliw, hindi lang pala ako yung iyak-tawa. 'Di ba? Yung titingin ka sa Pinterest tapos ayoko na ng Pinterest. And that roller coaster of emotions at this time. And that's also why we invited Pastor Chico Peña, who heads up the family ministry in Victory, Alabang. He's also a father who's been married for 32 years to his lovely wife, Mary Ann, and a father of 3 and a lolo of 1 so far. And we've invited Pastor Chico to come join us just so we can talk about how to be emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually healthy at this time. Kasi nga, yun nga, I think all of us know, whether you are getting married or not, parang the question is, paano ba ako hindi mababaliw sa kalagayan na to? How do I stay sane, di ba? So, Pastor Chico is here with us this morning and he's going to just help us talk about our emotions and find out how can we cope and how can we be healthy moving forward. So, good morning, Pastor Chico.
Good morning, Rona. Good morning, Miss Sharon, and also to Miko and Kaira, and to the rest who are watching out there. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, good morning, Pastor Chico. And it's really a pleasure and we're grateful that you have agreed to join us this morning.
Oh, wow.
So, looking forward po ako sa lahat ng matututunan. Kasi, I really think that even if, ako siguro after 23 years of marriage, I still think that my marriage is still a work in progress. And I'm sure kahit na engagement ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon, there are a lot of things for us married couples to also learn from this broadcast. Di ba? So, umpisahan na natin. Ron, alam mo si Miko and si Kaira, the first time I met them, so nabalitaan ko lang because nga, si Kaira knows my daughter. So nabalitaan na kwento niya that, sabi niya, Ate Kaira got engaged, ganyan. So, but the first time I met them was January 2020, this year. So fresh from the engagement, they went to the first Fair of Themes and Motifs, Life's Big Events Expo. So, talagang makikita mo sa kanila yung glow. Yung glow na, yes, we're getting married! Diba? Kitang-kita mo the time. I mean, this was the look of a couple with so much love. Diba? Na, this is it, we're planning our wedding. And I think nag-a-assume ako masyado, Miko and Kaira, but I think you really had a good time, no? Nung fair.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
they really stayed long in the fair. Tapos plus, ang dami nagpa-picture kay Miko because Miko, aside from a businessman, is also an artist and an actor. No? So, they really had a fun time at the fair noong January. Okay, so talagang na to, sana go na, no? And then, that was a Saturday. Tama ba? Saturday kayo nagpunta?
Yeah.
Sunday, first day. Sunday, when we were about to close at around 5 o'clock, the show was closing at 8, umabot na sa Mega Mall ang news na pumutok ang Taal. The day before, they just booked a Tagaytay venue. Correct. So nag-book sila. Yun ang una-una nilang binook, yung venue nila, Tagaytay. Okay, and then from that time hanggang March, inabot na sila ng pandemic. So kakamustahin natin ngayon, yung glow ba na nakita ko noong January?
Glowing pa rin.
Ganun pa ba katindi? Given na Taal, tapos nag-pandemic, and then, Miko, we're really so sorry to hear you. Showbiz career mo right now is a bit on pause, diba? Because we all know the entertainment industry has been badly hit by the pandemic. And then you're also managing a business, and we also know, ako as a business person, this is also, unless siguro nagtitinda ka ng medical products, this is also a very difficult time for all business owners. So how are you guys doing?
Yeah, that's true. We booked the venue sa Tagaytay and then after a while, pumutok nga. And then sobrang worried kami, and then we went to the venue to check kung okay pa rin or something, kung okay din sila. So nakita namin na grabe, parang ash yung buong place.
Sad.
So we were so scared na until when, kasi di ba hindi pa rin nagsastop yung pagputok ng time na yun. So we were thinking if we should move it or hindi na lang namin tuloy or something. But we did. We did pa rin. Parang tinuloy pa rin namin, and we said na we really want the place, and then we think naman dapat that by next year, mawawala na yung ashes, gaganda na ulit yung place. So yun yung unang challenge. And then, ito na nga, mas malaki yung challenge ng next, yung pandemic. So it was kind of hard kasi we have to rethink everything. Yung plans namin before na we wanted to invite 200 packs, we wanted to invite all our family, all our friends, and all. And then now, actually, until now, nahirapan pa rin kami to kung ano na yung magiging plan namin. Honestly, until now, wala pa rin kami nagagawa.
Wala pa. Yun pa rin, yung venue pa rin, same venue, but yung guest list namin, we're still narrowing it down. Siyempre from 200, it's so hard to cut down 150 people.
Yes.
But yeah, we're starting to plan. Actually last week, parang na-finalize na rin namin yung guest list namin. But the church, we haven't booked it. We had the venue, we paid the down payment, but we haven't actually talked to them what's our final plan. So we're still on that process.
Yeah.
Parang back to zero technically.
Because
Pero yun.
initially, we wanted to do a garden wedding. So yung church ceremony namin should be parang a week before the garden. So now, parang since 50 na lang, since small na nga lang siya, we wanted to do everything in the same day. So yung next challenge naman is to find a church kasi it's supposedly yung garden wedding and the reception is in one place na lang. So ngayon,
Yeah. Since bawal sa Catholic yung hiwalay nga, di ba? I mean, bawal sa venue.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be in a church. So that's the challenge for us. So yeah, right now we're finding the church na malapit sa venue namin para mabook na namin.
yeah.
Oo. At ang challenge nila ata, Rona, if tama ang information ko, big family. Well, at least kayo, Kaira, no? You're a big family. So yung
Yes.
Oo, so yung kulang pa sa 50 and close sila eh. Closely knit yung family. So yung siblings pa lang siguro, no? Kulang
Ubus na.
Oo, ubus na. Oo. Kamusta kayo? I mean, gaano ka-difficult? Were there arguments or yung may mga debate bang nangyari sa inyong dalawa?
Heated discussions. Or as
Oo.
my husband and I like to say, you can quote us, you can do this next time. We don't fight. We just discuss with heat.
Actually, ang parang biggest lang namin argument is yung kung liliitan ba talaga kasi syempre, di ba, it's a special day, it's a big day for us na once in a lifetime. So we want as much as possible, invite namin lahat ng family namin, lahat ng friends namin. So, yun talaga yung biggest argument talaga namin. Wala naman kaming pinag-awayan na iba. I mean, we don't really fight. So, yun lang naman.
Parang the stress lang, no?
Yun lang. Pero other than that, wala talaga eh. Kasi most, I have some friends from abroad, I have some family from abroad, same goes for Kaira. So, syempre, yung stress din na parang invite ba natin sila dito with this uncertainty na sobrang gulo sa Pilipinas. Yeah. Diba? Parang ayaw naman namin ma-stress na iisipin pa namin na gano'n.
Hindi pa namin sila na-update din. Kasi syempre, before they know that we were getting married, so nag-plan na rin sila na to go with.
Yeah.
So ngayon, yun yung medyo stressful din kasi since hindi pa kami sure dun sa plan namin, hindi pa din namin ma-inform yung mga guests namin kung ano ba talaga yung mangyayari. Kasi usually, di ba, matagal yung preparation ng wedding. So, yun yung mga kulang pa namin na problems.
Right.
But are you pushing through with your original date?
Yung kasi the 2 dates we agreed to, church wedding was supposed to be February 1. And then yung ceremony ay yung reception was supposed to be February 6. Pero ngayon, we're planning sa February 1 na lang. Lahat. So church and reception para isang araw na lang din since mas maliit na yung planning natin.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, ako, I have a question, no, for Pastor Chico, because I know that, I mean, I watch you listening to Miko and Kaira, and I see that you're nodding your head. So,
Yeah.
feeling ko, ang dami mo nang nakausap na ganyan yung pinagdaanan or pinagdadaanan. Yan yung, that's what they're going through. That's what's going through their mind and their emotions. And, akala ko si Miko yung may, may, showbiz na line of work, pero parang si Pastor Chico parang nagbo-blow up ang comments para sa for you from your fans. So please say hi before I ask a question
Yeah.
to your fans.
May fans club ka pala, Pastor Chico.
Hindi, mga
Oh,
kasama ko yan
diba?
sa church.
Yeah,
Mga kasama namin.
they
Yeah.
call you what is this? Pastor Awesome. So I
Yeah.
suppose you have awesome advice for us this morning, no?
Oh, well.
And if you've spoken to couples who have been going through this, una, no, okay lang ba that they are going yung the roller coaster of emotion? Is it normal that minsan nade-depress ka na parang paano na ba yung kasal ko?
Yeah.
And then the next day you're like, no, I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna wear my pretty white dress. And then after that, parang hindi ko na alam, how will I invite everybody? You know, that kind of up and down. Is that normal?
Mm-hmm. First, as I was listening to the couple, si Miko and si Kaira, was writing down notes. Ganun naman para akong nasa counseling session ngayon, just writing down specific things from day one, and it's like that yung sa story nila, I already feel it. Now with how they have already planned this, and syempre, di ba, excited ka and all, and I heard the proposal, it was really kind of unique, Syempre, you're already looking forward to that day, di ba? Yung kung tawagin nga nating the big day, the once in a lifetime event, and etc. And you've contacted all your suppliers and all, di ba? You've put in so much work already na parang gusto mong sabihin, wala nang makakapigil dito. Di ba? But unfortunately, at the start of the year, Taal happens. This COVID is it came in. Tapos hanggang ngayon 6 months na tayo. And most of the stories of the couples who have already planned their weddings this year are somehow similar. I would not use the word depression, kasi parang di ba parang expression na natin yan. I feel depressed already.
Yeah. Or you get sad at least.
Oh, sad, yeah. Ang depression kasi it's a mood disorder, no? Masyado na siyang malalim. Pero parang tayo, because of our frustration, nakakategorize natin siya as depression,
Right.
So, unang-una, palitan natin yung mindset natin, It's just so frustrating, really, for all these things to happen. And back to zero, tapos yung business pa nila, di ba? So I'm listening, Miko and Kaira. Sila, So ano bang uunahin natin, di ba? And to feel sad, yes, that's normal, di ba? Yun naman yung make natin as a human being. Hindi lang tayo made sa physical form natin, may emotions din tayo. And so the emotions are valid. Pero we will not allow ourselves to dwell on our emotions. Ang maganda nga nito with Miko and kay Kaira, they're surrounded with I'm sure with lots of friends, family, 'di ba? Malaki nga yung clan, sabi. And take advantage of that yung with other people. Pero mag-ano lang tayo, we have to filter lang din kasi sometimes magbubuhos ka. Okay lang sana kunyari, Miko and Kaira, tayo yung nag-uusap. Sige, ipo-process natin yan. Kaya lang kung ang kausap natin, sasabayan din yan ng negativity, ay nako. Di ba? Parang hindi na yan yung gusto kong marinig. Di ba? Parang yun ang sinasabi natin. And so just to feel that way, yes, normal, pero we can also have a choice to, isang tabi na natin yan. Sige, ito lang, ang wag natin kakalimutan, Miko and Kaira. Tanungin natin si Lord. I'm sure that you pray. I'm sure that you know who God is, what He can do sa buhay ninyo. Ask God kung ano yung, kung how do you want to, want Him to allow you to progress in this season at this time. Again, just going back to that statement, kasi syempre we were married in 1988 and walang ganito, walang ganyan, walang wedding fair, wala. As in, gusto mong pakasal? Tara na, let's go. Di ba? No one guided us. But now there's so much guidance around, happening around. And di ba? Once in a lifetime event. Kung di mangyayari to, wala na. I missed half 50% of my life. Hindi pa. The wedding day is just the start. It's not your goal to just be on that wedding day.
Mhm.
This is a lifetime journey. Yun yung bagay na talagang you will really look forward to. Many people prepare for the wedding day, but many people fail to prepare for the marriage itself. So, teka lang, nagiging na tuloy ako, parang marriage seminar. Those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts.
I think you raise a good point, that we also need to prepare for the marriage. And admittedly, I think what they're going through, ako, because I'm married, Miss Sharon, tayong tatlo, Pastor Chico and Miss Sharon, we're married, we know that this is also, in a way, you can look at it as a good exercise to prepare you for marriage, diba? The partnership. Kasi now that you are preparing for marriage, you have each other, diba? To how do we go about this decision? Ano ba yung importante sa atin? How do you feel? How do I feel? Kayo ba, Miko and Kaira, how do you support each other and help each other? Meron bang time na yung isa mas nalulungkot or parang mas frustrated na it's so hard to plan, and then what does the other one do? Does that mean, usually ba, girls, diba? I mean, I don't know, admittedly, girls, we can be the ones that are a bit, si Miko, are you the bride? Are you the bride? Oh, so cool.
Talaga yun.
Bride nila?
Yeah. Hindi kasi parang yung wedding namin, sabi ko, it's your day. Dapat, gusto ko napakaganda. So ako nasi-stress dahil parang up until now wala pa kami napaplan. So palagi ko siya ulit. We have to decide kung ilang tao gusto natin. Kung sino dyan sa family mo yung i-invite natin, sino sa friends mo. Siyempre yun, as I mentioned earlier, sino dun sa 150 people yung tanggalan natin, di ba? That's the hardest part talaga for us. Tapos, parang yun lang naman yung paulit-ulit namin
that's what's going on. Parang yun yung discussion.
And the good thing naman kasi with us, parang we don't really fight. So hindi normal sa amin yung mga nagtumataas yung voice or something. So pag kunyari stress na siya or ako, parang always say na let's not get stressed. Parang let's plan it out nicely or pinaplan na. Let's not be stressed for it kasi sayang naman yung journey if going to that day parang na-stress naman kayo or nag-away kayo or naghiwalay kayo just because nag-discuss kayo dahil sa wedding na dream wedding nyo pero going there naman nag-away naman kayo grabe. So, parang yun yung that's how we talk about the wedding. Parang let's make it joy.
Yeah, from the answers, Rona, ay naniniwala ako, parang mas chill nga si Kaira, di ba? Diba? Siya yung mas chill sa planning.
Zilla pala si Miko. I didn't know. That should be my first question. Which one of you is the bride?
Oo. Kasi di ba? Yeah, kasi yun, always, I think, di ba, yung mga na-interview natin na nag-pandemic wedding, so they're already married. May isa talaga na mas uh, uh, emotionally invested
Right.
in a sense na siya yung mas affected sa nangyayari, like yung effect ng pandemic sa wedding planning, di ba?
Yeah.
There's always one. May isa na parang, okay, let's not fight, let's just talk about it. Ano bang gusto mo talaga? Yung ganun. May isang ganun palagi.
Yeah.
Normal ba yon, Pastor Chico? I mean, the couples
The
that you've
dynamic.
counseled in the past, may ganon? O yung dynamics na ganon?
It's good that one of them is,
Umuoo si Pastor Chico. So,
oo,
normal yon.
yung 'di ba, yung dapat ikaw yung opposite spirit kasi kung
Yeah.
pareho kayo, nagalit na yung isa, stress na yung isa, pati ikaw stress na rin, wala lalong mararating yung yung planning ninyo and all. Someone has to be that opposite. Or siguro minsan sa sobrang pagka-cool mo naman, 'di ba? Ganun-ganun, banjing-banjing, tapos yung isa dapat i-push naman niya, hindi kailangan ayun na natin ito. So it's okay. That's a healthy balance between si Miko and si Kaira. Kaya panalo itong ano nila, ginagawa nila.
Ayan, guys, you're on the right track, di ba? That's good
Yeah.
news.
Yeah.
Oo, normal.
And I really have to, say it's helpful in marriage because this is a very colorful way to start your journey to marriage. But as you get married and then more decisions need to be made, diba?
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be moments talaga of stress and all of that. So it's nice na you're already finding out sino sa atin yung hothead, sino sa atin yung hirap na pag walang control, sino sa atin yung kailangan, kailangan sabihan na, chillaxag. Si Miko ba yun? Parang I can see him smiling. So si Miko yun. Okay. So it's good. It's good to have that. And
Siguro
if you're
mas nakaka-worry, Rona, kung palagi pareho silang war zone, di ba?
yes.
Oo, parang
Yes.
yun, mas nakaka-worry yun. But yeah, normal ang pinagdadaanan.
Yeah.
Can I just make a comment on what we were just talking about? Ang maganda nga lang din like si Miko, he's indeed carrying the load. Kasi siya yung he's going to be the future husband. He is the man, 'di ba? Tapos he's the one who's going to lead this his marriage and his future family. So it's a good trait to for us to see na ganyan si Miko. 'Di ba? Okay lang naman kung baliktad, kung yung future wife ang maasikaso and all. But when at least when you see a man leading ngayon pa lang, tingnan natin, 'di ba? This is going to be a fruitful marriage. Ayos ba, Miko? 'Di ba?
Valerie says agree. I think
Oo. Di ba si Miko ginagano niya si Kaira? Parang, see?
Yeah.
Point
And
yun,
because
point yun.
he diba, he expressed that the reason he's so frustrated with the challenges is because he wants to give his future wife, a memorable day.
That's right.
Yun naman yun. So, it's so sweet. King Lucero, kunwari, I don't know you, says, being practical in planning your wedding day is not just not in nowadays, but there's wisdom in making it simple. So, thank you, King, for your comment. Of course, King is our friend and my neighbor, sort of.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been hearing in the past months, no? That your couples are now forced to assess, ano ba talaga yung importante sa akin? What can I not live without? What can I not do without? And we've been seeing so many beautiful weddings na siguro there are things that they realize na, maybe I don't need this, but this one I really need. And for many of them, it's their family. They really want their family there with them. And of course, nandyan pa rin yung they dress up, they ask people to take videos and photos of them because they still want to remember this memorable day. I think just this week, I featured a wedding on inspirations.ph, so please visit if you can. A wedding that hindi na nakapunta sa church, I think one set of the parents. I think it might have been parents of the groom. Kasi diba there's a limitation of how many people in Manila Cathedral are allowed.
Oh, eh,
But
five lang. Five lang ang MECQ.
Yeah.
Diba?
oh, so it was very small, but they were still able to document their wedding. They still had beautiful photos. What they did was kasi the bride resides in Cavite, no? So they stayed by the sea. So they had pictures by the beach, ganyan. They were able to take pictures with their immediate family, although not all of them got to go to the ceremony. But at least, looking back, alam mo yun, they still got to talk to their brother, their sibling, their nephew, ganyan, before they got married. So, it's nice to remember what's important and what's essential at this time.
Mm.
Correct?
Yes, oo. Yeah, and Rona, I'd like to share lang kila Miko because baka hindi nyo pa nako-consider in your planning because nga sabi nyo parang you wala na, hindi na kayo nag-plan after the venue and you're stuck now with the guest list. Paano paliliitin? There have been couples who've done blended events.
Right.
So merong live at merong naka-stream just like what we're doing now, no?
Yeah.
I remember this couple na hindi nila alam because in connivance, parang it was a surprise for them in connivance with the mother and
Yes.
with the parents, no? So, ganyan ang story because they had 300 guests and parang itutuloy, postpone. And finally, they decided, ang importante is tayo sa harapan ng Diyos. So, they did the wedding. Siyempre sa church, they only allowed 10 people inside the church. What they did not know, the videographer, together with the parents, nag-set up ng I think may screen no? Outside the
They were
church.
streaming it. They were streaming it
They
on
were
their
streaming
phone.
it. So, hindi nila alam that their friends, yung closest friends nila, they were there outside witnessing the wedding na naka-live stream. So, as they were going out of the church, talagang umiiyak yung couple kasi nandun yung friends and the friends had their cars decorated. May streamer
Yes.
na congratulations, best wishes, tapos
They drove
naka-mask yung mga
by.
friends. They drove by. So, yun, it's probably something you have not
Yeah.
considered in all of this. And syempre, mahirap ma-consider yung options kasi kung kayo lang and you have, like in your case, no, you have a business also to worry about during this pandemic, may mga ganon. So, you can still invite all 200 guests.
Mhm.
Uh, and maybe some of them will not be able to come home. Pero there's this one couple who said no na parang ang saya-saya kasi yung guest na kahit normal wedding, hindi makakarating. But
Yeah.
because of what's happening now, and because nag-level up yung technology because of this pandemic, they were able to share their most important day with all the people that they've loved, even friends na they haven't talked to in a long while, were able to be part of their special day. So may ganong option for couples like you. And some of those, yung mga experience na yun, we've been sharing it the last 15 weeks, no, namin ni Rona. So, yun, baka it's something that you might want to consider. And we just like to offer that, kami ni Rona, no, if you have questions, kayo, Miko and Kaira, and all the engaged couple out there, if you're starting to plan or stuck with your wedding planning, uh, please do send us a message. I mean, after this, we're just at home. No, I mean, of course, may ginagawa rin kami sa mga bahay namin. But yes, we would welcome po your questions. If you
Mhm.
need help in yung in terms of directing you kung ano ba yung next step sa planning, ha? Pero yung
Yeah.
medyo pag may mga tanong kayo ng yung dynamics, interpersonal relationship, counseling, linya yan ni Pastor Chico. And
Yeah.
I'm sure he would also welcome that. But yeah, Miko and Kyra, if you need help, we'd like to extend that to you. Para si Miko medyo less stress na, I want this day to be beautiful. Yes, Miko, we're willing to help you. Consider other options. Yun nga, sinasabi mo, di ba? You want all the family members, important people, to witness that day. For Kaira, actually, naiyak ako doon sa sinabi niya na kasi
It's
wedding
for
niya
her.
to, ayun, right, it's for
Yeah.
her. I want this beautiful for her. So, Miko, DM me anytime. Pag-usapan natin. Oo,
Very happy
Tara,
for you guys.
we're rooting for you. We'd like
Yes.
you, Miko, to be able to give Kaira the beautiful wedding that you've envisioned for her. Maybe it's no longer similar to what you have envisioned pre-pandemic,
Mhm.
pero posible pa rin yung beautiful, one of a kind, Instagrammable, once in a lifetime event.
Yeah.
Yun. So, yun, baka lang hindi na-consider. And yun din yung objective ng broadcast natin. To be able to inspire and also, yun, help couples navigate their way na, okay, paano na ako magpapakasal ngayon? Everything's on shutdown, lockdown, nakapos. And you will be surprised if you talk to other wedding suppliers, they're more than willing to share ideas with you and more than willing to help you go through this very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we've seen that over the last 15 weeks. Yun. So, yun. I mean, if you have questions right now, okay lang din, di ba, Rons?
Yes. Pero ako, I have a question. But before I get to the question, I have to say, especially to all our viewers, if your fiance says, I just want this wedding to be great and awesome for you,
Mhm.
girl, super check. Like, pakasalan mo na yan, okay? Like, sobrang plus point that my point is they're thinking of the other person. They're serving your future spouse. So hopefully this is what we have for all of you out there. And if you are still not engaged and you want your boyfriend to propose to you, you can also send them this video. Baka they'll get the hint. Pakasal na
If,
po
if,
tayo. But my question is, yun nga, no? So you're going through this, and it's great that you have such a good dynamic. You're able to help each other out. But for a lot of couples, I noticed that the pandemic is just making them, alam mo yung parang gusto lang nila na magpakasal na lang tayo. Parang it's driving them to know what they really want out of life. And is it the same for you guys? Is it parang I just want to be together forever. I just want to start our married life na. I just want for us to live na as Mr. and Mrs. Ganun ba yung feels nyo? Naks feels?
Yeah. Honestly, feeling ko kaya hindi ako masyadong stressed. Kasi feeling ko, ever since na nag-start kami mag-plan ng wedding, gusto ko talaga ng intimate wedding. Pero parang before, hindi siya acceptable or something. Parang before, it's supposed to be, you have to invite all your family, you have to invite all your friends.
Right.
So parang feeling ko, honestly, mas stressed ako nung yun yung planning than now. Parang nung sinabi na, okay, ngayon 15 na lang yung kailangan. Deep inside, I'm like, yes.
Less gastos.
Gastos. As in everything. Parang na-enjoy ko yung thought na mas maliit, mas intimate. Kasi parang before, diba, parang nung pre-pandemic, parang yung parents, they would say, kunin mo si ganito na ninang, kunin mo si ganito na ninang. Yan. So kahit na hindi mo naman talaga sila kilala, parang, because parang, yun nga yung norm ng weddings before, parang napapa-yes ka na lang. And then nung finally, parang sinabi na, ay, kailangan yung tao sa church 10 lang or 20 lang or something. So parang naisip ko, okay, so parang pwede na yung gusto ko talaga na smaller wedding. I still want it super nice, super beautiful, but I know that a smaller number of people, parang mas gusto ko yun personally, and also yung gastos din. Mas liit. So ako, for me, ganun. So, hindi ko sure kung
Yeah, and then for me din, nung cut down din kami ng mga tao, at least ito alam namin, yung 50 to 100 people na i-invite namin sa wedding. This is really our closest friends, closest family. Hindi lang dahil by association, i-invite namin sila. ito talagang filtered na to. So these are the people na talaga nakakausap namin on a regular basis.
Yes.
Yun, ganun.
Especially
So,
now, yung nakakausap mo during the pandemic, you know na sila talaga yung closest friends mo or sila talaga yung closest relative mo kasi they check up on you check them kung okay sila or something. So you know na sila talaga yung core mo. So
Mhm.
masarap na sila rin yung kasama mo during that special day. So parang gano'n.
That's an interesting point. Yung
yes.
sinabi ni Kaira na she actually welcomed the change na ng change of perspective ng mga tao na mas welcome ang thought of having an intimate wedding. And I think for her it was really a relief, no, Kaira? And siguro, Miko, because you're a celebrity, before the pandemic, nandun talaga yung pressure to come up with a big wedding.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi, ay, given, natatawa si Miko, oh, celebrity ka, no? So given your line of work, na, di ba, that you're enjoying a celebrity status, ang pressure nun to invite people who are not necessarily your friends, di ba? Sabi mo, baka acquaintance lang, but yun yung pressure. But it's good to hear it from them. Kasi again, Rona, nare-reinforce yung natututunan, nalaman natin in the last 15 years. 15 years, 15 weeks. Na may mga couples pala gano'n, ang hidden desire nila is just to have an intimate wedding.
Yeah.
A smaller wedding. Kaya lang nandun yung pressure of family, friends na, no, kailangan si ganito, hindi mawawala. Ayun, sabi ni Kaira, oh, si eto, dapat ninang-ninong mo,
Yeah.
diba?
That's
Oo,
so
so may,
real in Filipino families, no?
yes, so may mga nakausap tayong brides, no? And yung mga na-interview natin for the articles, na sa kanila, this also, ito yung naging excuse na nila to finally have that small wedding na talagang yun naman ang gustong-gusto nila.
Yeah.
Diba?
Pastor,
Ikaw ba, Pastor, may ganun?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, ano ba yung normally, no? Kasi couples will also ask you is, how do you balance yung this is what my parents want, ito yung gusto naman ng parents nung fiancé ko, tas ito yung gusto ko. Parang there's always three, parang decision-making bodies. Or parang there's three, camps to consider, right?
Yeah.
And of
Four
course,
yan, Rona.
Four.
Four.
Sino yung pat?
Yung dalawang set of parents.
Oh, yes.
Tapos yung couple.
Yes.
Oo. Pagbuhay pang lolo't lola, extra challenge
yes.
yun.
Diba? So there's whether COVID or non-COVID, diba, there's always that push and pull between families. And kayo po, ano po ba yung advice niyo normally sa ganyan? How do you navigate? How do you go about it in a manner na, syempre, you want to be respectful and considerate and understanding na, nagsisimula pa lang tayo. So, you don't want to put anybody naman, you don't want to hurt anyone, and you're still gonna see them next Christmas, the Christmas after, diba? So, binyag ng anak nyo, ganyan. So, how do you, go about that?
Ako, I'll be biased lang muna dito sa first part itong sagot ko na ito because yun na nga, I have a married son, and prior to his him getting married, 'di ba, ilang years na yung that we conduct yung mga marriage preparation seminars. It's part of our teaching na unang-una, this is the couple's wedding. Ibig sabihin, the people na yung merong right naman na mag-decide on things ay yung couple themselves. Sila yung mag-aasawa eh. Now, hindi rin natin dinidisregard yung what the parents will say, but hopefully the parents will understand. Depende naman din yun kung paano nyo sila kakausapin. So ako, kasi yun na nga, bias na nga ako. Prepared na kami mag-asawa. Sinabi namin, hindi kami makikialam. We will not say anything. Ite-text ko na lang. Di ba? I-text ko na lang sa'yo. Pero, iyon eh. Yeah, there are some stories as well na ganun. Kasi, yung ganito, si Kumare, kailangan kunin mong ninong-ninang. Di ba?
Yeah.
Parang mauubos na ito. You know what? What others do. Dahil nga, naka-budget lang sila eh. And sabi lang nila, ganito lang din yung number of people. Nako, masasabi ko tong sikreto na ito. Di ba? Sabi, kunyari, ma, pa, ito lang budget, this is the number of people. Minsan, kusa na lang, sabihin na lang ng parents, o sige na, ako na magbabayad ng ano nila, ng per head nila. Di ba, buti kung may ganon yung mga situations. Paano kung hindi? Gusto lang niya ipasok, wala namang provision. So it's, you wanna honor your parents, but this is your marriage or wedding and your marriage. So, kausapin niyo yung magulang ninyo. Have a heart-to-heart talk with them.
And I guess now it's the limitation is different, no? Pwedeng lahat kayo may budget, pero wala pong provision yung LGU para dun sa extra guests na gusto nyong imbitahin po. Sabi po ng gobyerno, hanggang dito lang po tayo. So, at least that alone is easier to communicate to your parents na, ma, pa, anong gagawin ko? Diba? Hanggang dito lang yung ibibigay sa akin. But if Ninang and Ninang want to give me a gift, I can send them my GCash.
Why not? Diba? So it's a good excuse. May good excuse ka ngayon. Di ba? Kasi talagang you're limited, really.
Yeah.
So you can do a part 2 next year if you want.
O kung may budget, di ba?
Wedding ceremony lang ngayon. Tapos next year na talaga yung celebration after the vaccine comes.
Yes. Or pwede nang kung magkakaroon ng honeymoon baby, although wala ngang honeymoon ngayon. But,
if as we have learned.
Honeymoon, sabi ng ating newlywed, kung magkakaroon ng honeymoon baby, pwede na isabay sa first birthday.
Yes.
Or christening, dedication.
Yeah.
Yung inyong big celebration. Pero ako, Pastor Chico, tama ba yung ko na, yung people that are really there for you, whether physically present sila or virtual lang yung presence sila, would really be there for you on your wedding day, regardless of ano yung conditions na mangyayari on your wedding day. And they really would not mind, and you don't have to explain why things are that way. Diba? Ito yung mga naniniwala ako doon yung mga talagang ang magiging happy for you whatever decision you come up with.
Yes.
Right.
Kahit ninong at ninang. Sabi nga ni Rona, 'di ba? Kung talagang ninong at ninang material sila, maintindihan nila 'yon kahit wala sila doon. Magpapadala pa rin sila sa GCash.
Yes.
And I think, people are really very careful din at this time. No one would really want to go out muna. I was supposed to officiate a wedding last June. Tapos, dahil nga nakaset na rin sila, they had to forgo of the church wedding. Civil wedding sila. And what I offered was my Zoom link. Sabi ko, invite as many, di ba? Kaya naman nitong Zoom na ito. So we can witness your wedding. So I was there also at the beginning of the ceremony to pray for them. And then, na sila. They went on with the actual ceremony with the judge. So, hopefully mabago rin ang mga mindset. You mentioned about some mindsets kanina din, na mababago talaga eh. There's nothing that we can do talaga at this time din. Hindi mo mapipilit. But then, yun, talagang, sige na nga.
There are ways to there are still ways for you to express to people you love that you are there for them, that you support them, whether I'm there physically or I'm there via Zoom. I think, yun nga, I guess parang Kaira was saying, the people you've been talking to in these past 5 months na kahit na you are not with them, but they check in on you, it shows you that it's possible for you to nurture these friendships and nurture these relationships even with limited physical contact.
Yeah.
And I guess no, I was actually gonna ask what's a good guiding question if you are tapering down your guest list? Kung nagbabawas ka, ano ba yung tatanungin ko para malalaman ko, imbitahin ko ba to o Zoom link ka na lang, friend? 'Di ba? Parang how do I classify you? Which column will you be at? But I think you answered your own question, no? The people who have been there for you at this time, especially, siguro, yung they were with you while you were mag-boyfriend and when you got engaged. And even now that they are continually supporting you and continually saying, ano na, how's your wedding? Parang, yes, I'm going to give you an invite. And that's always been a concern, I think, even before COVID, right? Yung guest list. That's always something that couples need to talk over talaga, 'di ba? And
Yes.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I think my marriage seminar was conducted by Pastor Chico, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah. Right. Right.
My marriage seminar in 2010 was conducted by Pastor Chico. And one of the advice that I received during the marriage seminar was that, when you invite people who will be important to you or who you want to be part of your life 5 years from now. Rather than looking behind and saying, kababata ko yan, pero hindi na kami nag-usap. Or best friend ko siya ng grade 2, pero hindi ko na alam kung kamusta siya. Sometimes that's our, that's how we look at things. But now, more than ever, I think it's really understanding who do you want to surround yourself with. Sino ba yung community mo? Sino ba yung parang ituturing mong, ano ba ang term? Tama? Kapuso ba o kapamilya o ano ba, kapatid? Sorry, because of the networks, I'm not sure of Miko. But who do you consider to be your parang blood relative? Kumbaga nga, no, na parang if I were to choose my family. And that's also, I think, tama ba, Pastor Chico, one of the ways that we can continually have a healthy outlook in life, right? Is if you have community, if you have people around you that you can call and say, hey, I'm not doing so well today. Can you help me out? Is there something that, can you say something to me to help me just get out of this sadness, right?
Yes. Right. Oo nga, especially at this time, people are really emotionally down. Kaya, ako makikisingit na rin ako. It was mentioned to Miko and kay Kaira na if you have any questions, just call Miss Sharon or si Rona, no? But if you need also someone to talk to pagdating sa marriage, whatever, counseling, yeah, just get in touch with me as well. Kailangan natin ng mga kausap talaga to process things. Yeah. So there.
Okay, about Miko and Tyra, you always, well, obviously you're always talking because you're in business and you are engaged. But do you also have relationships like, strong friendships na you also, alam mo yon, outside of your, kayong dalawa na you confide in other people just to help you parang figure things out and process things?
Yeah. Meron friends naman, pero hindi, chill kasi kami masyado ng mga tao. So, wala kami, like, hindi masyadong heavy yung problems. Like,
it's easier for you to, parang it's easy lang for you guys to deal with it. Tama ba? So, maybe the question is,
we always, kahit,
alam ko na yung question ko, because you are so chill. What is your advice so we can be chill like you? Diba? Kasi hindi lahat ganun eh. Hindi lahat able na pag may problema, we'll figure it out. Diba? Not a lot of people are really able to have the emotional strength and the mental strength to say, kaya yan. Malalagpasan natin yan. What do you put in your mind or ano yung iniisip nyo para all of these things, tingnan nyo, actually totoo, no? Just looking at you guys, no? Yung nakasmile lang kayo dyan, ganyan, kahit na ito na po yung
Oo.
pinagdaanan namin.
Oo.
What's your, how do you guys do it?
Bago sagutin nila Rona, Miko, bago niyo sagutin, i-input ko lang ha kung gaano ka-chill tong couple na to. Si Kaira lives in the south, Las Piñas. Kapitbahay, same area as your mom, Rona, no?
Yes.
Si Miko, malapit to sa area namin, sa Quezon City, no? Pa-north na kami, malapit na kami ng NLEX.
Okay.
Okay? Now, so, imagine mo, since 2012, yung ginagawa niyang pagdalaw. Okay?
Oh.
Second, ang place of business nila, ang place of business nila, where they have their garments business, is based in the South also.
Okay.
So, kaya ko lang nasabi na ganun sila ka-chill kasi imaginein mo, you're running a business, nagla-lockdown ng mga LGUs, but you have to go to yung mga hurdles na ganon,
Right.
yung tatawid ka, kukuha ka ng permit, I mean,
Yes.
because it's not just their wedding, di ba? They have to make sure na may kabuhayan sila, so tinututukan din nila yung business nila, pero we see them this morning, ganyan, chill. At most,
Yes.
nagaganyanan lang sila, di ba?
Nagaganunan lang. No?
Nagaganyanan lang sila. So, yun, anong masishare nyo? Yan na, yung tanong na ni Rona. Ganun ka-chill tong couple. Paano maging chill? Was it because of the years together na you grew up together diba? Kasi college sweethearts kayo. So, you matured together, sabay kayo na-grow? Is that the secret behind that? No?
Siguro, sa pagpapalaki din ng parents namin, individually. Siyempre, hindi naman kami naging ganito. I mean, I just met her in 2009. Pero, di ba? And then also, siguro yung as a couple, paano namin na-handle yung ganito. Siguro, it's because of our business also. Because, siyempre, we're handling 30 people na everyday may problem. We have clients, we have people to take care of. Parang yung mga suppliers. So yung mga ganong bagay, that's bigger than our personal problems Kasi yun, di ba, parang you have to handle everything. It involves money, it involves big decisions. So with those things, kapag hindi sound yung mind mo, kapag hindi ka chill mag-isip, kung pinauunahan ka palagi ng emotion mo, parang feeling ko sasabog yung business mo, sasabog kayo as people. Parang you have to approach everything with we go into will make a decision. So, ayun, parang siguro as a couple na-develop namin na dahil we're running a business nga din. So, that's our advantage, I guess. Yeah, and we grew up na pretty chill. We have people around us na to support na ganun kami lumaki. So, yeah.
On my part naman, I feel like the business really helped us kasi the start of the business is always the hardest. Nung mga years na yung business namin, so yung first two, yun yung hardest talaga. So parang doon na na-test yung patience namin, yung lahat, everything talaga, yung emotion, nag-emotion breakers may nangyayari. So you learn along the way how to handle things. And then, not just for the business, but also for our lives din. So now, 6 years after, and kami 8 years na in the relationship, parang we know na how to handle things. And yung palaging naming mantra is, if there's a problem, there's always a solution naman. So you always just have to find the solution na in the right mindset. Kasi if not, parang pag, kunyari, galit ka and then you make the decisions, parang pangit yung mga decisions na magagawa namin if galit kami or something. So we try to assess the problems kahit yung sa wedding namin, parang we assess na, okay, so ito na yung situation, so what do we have to talk about para at least maayos natin. Parang something like that lang, para hindi masyadong stressful yung boy kasi stress na nga yung paligid. So, and then also, I would like to thank him kasi grabe yung support system din namin to each other. Na parang when I have when I'm feeling down about their business, about whatever, parang siya yung nagiging bigger man na, oh, kaya natin yan, tomorrow, okay na yan. Tapos pag siya naman yung on that situation na, kunyari, dun din, business, wedding, dun sa showbiz life, yung mga ganyan. Parang, I try naman din to be strong for us din. So, parang ganun.
Yes. Teamwork makes the
Teamwork.
dream work.
Yeah. So, that's,
Ano yung quote na yun? Paulit, Miko? Teamwork?
Makes the dream work.
The dream work. Yan, parang basketball lang.
Gagamitin ko yan na ano, gagamitin ko yung quote sa, yung everyday na themes and motives quote. Nakikinig ba si ano? Si Cousin Vinci. Vinci ha, take note of that quote. Yeah,
Okay. Miko, tama ba? Oh, Kaira.
ang alin.
si Vince.
Kasi ni Kaira.
Oo,
Okay. I
kasi ni
figured
Kaira.
because of the geography. And Pastor Chico is also based down south with you guys.
Oo,
So,
taga-South.
yes, before we end our broadcast, kaya Pastor Chico, any last words of advice for couples who are getting married? And yan, ito yung hinaharap nila, di ba? And
Yeah.
actually, busog na rin ako kay Miko and Kaira pa lang saying na it's really, yun nga, the teamwork, and there's no problem that has no solution. Ang galing, no? Ang galing ng mindset na yan.
Oo, very, very mature yung, I guess yun nga, because they hurdled challenges along the way.
Yes,
Very
and of course,
mature yung mindset nila.
Yeah.
And I'm sure because of what they've said, hindi na masyadong mahirap yung moving forward nila na ano na after the venue, ano nang gagawin. You know, as I've said, if you need help in yung logistics or organizing the wedding, just DM us, and we will be more than willing to point you to the right direction siguro, or you know, right suppliers to talk to para matulungan kayo. Pastor Chico, before you give your last words, Miko and Kaira, I'd also like you to take this opportunity to promote yung business nyo, because you're in
yes,
the garments, and you know they've donated a lot of PPEs during this time. But ano yung pwede nyo offer na services for those who are, you know, looking for suppliers right now?
Okay, so our business is uniforms. So before pre-pandemic, we are supplying to corporate accounts and all. So now naman nag-shift kami ng konti to dun sa kung ano naman yung essentials na need ng company now. So we are promoting our customized mask. Hindi namin suot.
Face mask.
Face masks. So we can customize the face masks for you. You can contact us na lang on our Facebook page. It's Steez Design Studios or Steez Sports. We can design for you, for your companies, or your, kunyari, if you want a brand also, we can do that for you. So anything garment related, we can do that for you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay, so Kaira, you can do bridal masks, wedding
yes, I'm
masks
going
for
to say.
wedding.
Pwede naman, tita.
Wag lang yung may
Wala
mga,
pa.
wag yung mga lace. Hindi namin kaya pa yun.
Wala kami, wala akong sample. Parang more on pang-corporate talaga. Like yung logos.
Logo,
Yung,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can do like kung may nakalagay na bride, groom.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yun. So there, if you're looking for, we're calling on wedding suppliers who are into the giveaways business.
Yes.
You'd like to start your wedding mask series, collection. These are the right people to talk to, si Miko and si Kaira.
We'll comment
hanapin-
the link of your Facebook group, your Facebook page here.
STEEZE. So we'll also publish that. And then Miko and Kaira, no, maybe within the week or the following weeks we can get in touch with you guys, because we'd like to share your journey, and maybe
Yeah.
we can write an article yung journey ninyo as you plan for your wedding. Okay.
Yes.
Yun. Pastor
Yes.
Chico, kayo po. Final words niyo po before we close.
Yeah. First and foremost, let us not forget, not only para kay Miko and Kaira, and even all those who will be getting married, soon. Don't forget, God is sovereign. He is supreme. He really he knows this. It's not that he had forgotten you. Uh, Definitely, talagang God is doing something in our lives. So anyway, let's not take away the God part. Kasi talagang lagi siyang nandoon. And with that, always remember then that you are not alone. Because again, God is with you nga, and you have your family and your friends with you who will walk with you. And ito, katulad nga nung sinasabi namin kanina, ako nakikisingit na rin ako. Magkapit-bahay tayo, Las Piñas. So that's ewan ko, hindi nagkataon yon. We are just a DM away. Also, you camp on your strengths at this time, kung ano yung mga not on the weaknesses, not anymore on the things that are unimportant, but just focus. So, nasabi kanina ni Rona yung about the what is important is what is essential only, di ba? Yun na lang ang tignan ninyo ngayon. Choose not to become frustrated if things doesn't work out as you have planned. Again, there will still be many more years. Katulad nga ng suggestion kanina, maybe on your first child's first birthday. And so we can celebrate. Basta kinasal na kayo, you can celebrate for as long as you want, as many as you want. Okay? I guess that's just about it. Okay?
Pastor
you.
Chico.
Thank you.
Natiri-eyed ako sa sinabi ni Pastor Chico. Feeling ko ako yung ikakapa.
No, but that's ano rin, no? You can celebrate as much as you want. And that's so
Yes.
true in married life. Every day can be a celebration. Every day can, the little things that you can celebrate together, your cups of coffee together. The only person who makes you smile and drives you crazy at the same time, diba? That's your spouse. Nobody else knows that sweet spot of yours but your spouse. And, marriage is such a wonderful journey. And so we understand at Themes and Motives and at inspirations.ph why all of us just want to get married, right? We just want to be married. We just want to be spend forever with our significant other. So thank you, Miko, Kaira, and Pastor Chico for sharing your time with us this morning.
Thank you very much as well. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure and an honor for you to be on the show. And we are streaming live now in Facebook and YouTube. Pero yung YouTube po natin, it's gonna be there in our YouTube page, channel.
Yes.
So for those of you who were not able to catch the early part, you can watch yung mga shinare ni Miko and Kaira and Pastor Chico in our YouTube channel. Themes and Motives TV. Yeah. Salamat, Miko and Kaira. Salamat, Pastor Chico.
Maraming salamat.
And we hope that this will not be the last that we'll interview you, Pastor Chico.
Oo naman.
Po ng mga insights ninyo. Miko and Kaira, we wish you nothing but the best in your wedding planning. And we really look forward na #tuloy ang kasal.
Tuloy.
Diba? Because love wins.
Yeah.
Love wins.
Yeah. Congratulations in advance, Miko and Kaira.
Thank you so much, Pastor.
Oo. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
It was so refreshing for me to talk to a young couple about to get married, and I think it's actually for me it's so admirable to see them handle these things so well in a healthy manner, so mature, because I'm sure most of you who've been watching and here with us, ang dami nating questions and how do we move along and do things. So kaya magpakasal. We
Kaya.
can do we can get married and still celebrate beautifully. And even all those things that you are, just going through and having to reorganize and plan again and do all of that, malalagpasan yan, magpapakasal po kayo, aabot po kayo sa altar. And we are here for you to help you plan your memorable day that's going to be right now intimate, but definitely still Instagrammable and memorable and beautiful.
That's right, Rona. I think for the couples, mainly for the couples out there, the soon to weds, this is the purpose of this broadcast. We'd like you to know that we are rooting for you.
Yeah.
Whether you decide to have an intimate wedding now or wait for the pandemic to be over and have your big dream wedding, it really doesn't matter. We're here to encourage you and to let you know that there is a way. Sabi nga ni Pastor kanina, you're not alone.
Yes.
We're here. Just DM us if you have questions on wedding planning. Because nga, Rona, di ba, even if you're planning for a bigger wedding and you just want the pandemic to be over, you can still start planning now. You can,
Yes.
and, and we're here to help you, point you to the right direction, the right people to talk to. And then if you want to have your intimate wedding, that's also good, di ba? Kasi talagang hashtag tuloy ang kasal, love wins. And there are suppliers who are more than willing to help you out and come up with a really beautiful wedding despite of the limitations that we all have to work with during this time.
Yes.
So, we're just a DM away. We extended that to Miko and Kaira a while ago. But for soon to weds who have questions on wedding planning, just send us an email at lovewins@themesandmotives.com or send a message to inspirations.ph in Facebook or Themes and Motives also in Facebook. And we will get back to you on your questions. Yun. So, yun po yung ano namin. We're really rooting for all couples out there who are planning to get married. And we wish you nothing but the best. And we really hope that this will still be a beautiful time for you despite of all the things happening. And speaking of which, if you are planning or would like to start planning, Rona, I will take this time to promote Wedding Expo Philippines. It happens every March and September, but we all know because of the pandemic and and the guidelines, it is not possible to have a mass gathering right now. So we will not have it the traditional way. Wala po tayong uh, physical exhibit dati-dati sa SMX Convention Center. So that will have to wait until things go back to normal. But Wedding Expo Philippines will now be online, and we would like invite the soon to weds to visit the online bridal fair. It's going to be for 2 weeks. So hindi lang po 2 days to.
Yes.
September 16 to 30. So you have 2 weeks to choose suppliers. Ang kagandahan nito, because Rona, you will ask me, I know, anong difference? They can
Yes.
just go and click to any supplier website. But in our bridal marketplace, yung online booths ng suppliers, we have already filtered and vetted the participants, so you're sure that these are legitimate businesses. Now more than ever, we have to make sure kasi marami rin scams nangyayari online. With Wedding Expo Philippines online bridal fair, we make sure at the very least registered businesses ang mga kasali, and they have reputable ano maganda na yung kanilang uh, record in the wedding industry, and that's why we have invited them to be part of the online bridal fair. So you have 2 weeks. You can go and visit they have a portfolio. You can check out the photos, videos of their work. You can even chat with them live uh, for 2 days, yung September 26 and 27, if I'm not mistaken. No? So yun, you have 2 weeks to choose your suppliers. And this is the best time to book kasi ang dami pong discounts, special
Discount.
packages
Yes.
now being extended by suppliers. And a lot of those packages will be honored until the end of 2021. So please
Wow.
do visit the online bridal fair, Wedding Expo Philippines online, go to www.themesandmotives.com to pre-register. Ayun, pre-register po kasi all pre-registered couples will have the chance to win exciting prizes.
Prizes.
So,
Yes.
we will be announcing ano yung mga prizes na yon in our succeeding broadcast. So, do check out teamsandmotives.com regularly for updates. Yun lang po.
Yes, and please do also visit inspirations.ph or the Themes and Motives Facebook page if you are proposing to your girlfriend or if you have proposed and you want us to feature your proposals. Just like Miko and Kaira, another story was so interesting that they had it in South Korea. So if you want to have your engagement or your proposal featured, please do contact us. We'd love to publish your story. So actually, next week, we will be showing another video, tama ba? And after that, we will be back talking to another engaged couple, I think.
Yes. So next week, we will be taking a break from the live broadcast. And since GCQ na ulit tayo, we will be airing again yung ating do's and don'ts for intimate
Yes.
wedding. Okay? So ito po yung episode natin with some of the wedding industry pillar, sabi nga namin, haligi ng wedding industry. These are the suppliers that have already done a couple of intimate weddings and they have, from their experience, i-share po nila ang mga do's and don'ts na dapat natin i-consider when we plan for an intimate wedding. So this is the episode that we had with Nice Print Photography, Teddy Manuel, and Christine Ongte.
Christine Ante.
Okay,
Yes.
so we'll air that next week and then we will come back in September with another engaged couple. And we will be talking to them again and they will be sharing their experience. So, don't forget po, last plug ko, Teddy Manuel Experience, the online masterclass, August 30 to 31. So, check out his Facebook page for further details.
Hi, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Happy
Happy
weekend.